Today I'm gonna tell you how I got all of this inventory to sell on eBay for free. So this is what I personally did to make this inventory free. Now, full disclosure, was this inventory actually free how people would think about something being free, which means it's just given to them without any sort of financial exchange at all whatsoever? Technically, no, but it is completely free to me now, and let me tell you how exactly I did this. To me as a reseller, free means I have none of my budgeted finances tied up in these items, whether it's personal or business, because again, I do run a business. You see all this inventory around me. This is my business. Reselling is my business. But I have none of my business funds or any of my personal funds tied up in this inventory. That means that while this inventory is sitting on eBay waiting to sell, I am not currently out any money for this right now. So this is exactly how I managed to pull this off. First things first, I needed some money that was not going to negatively affect my pocketbook in any way. When you're getting started with sourcing, the best thing for you to do is spend as little money on inventory as possible, because you don't know how fast your items are going to take to sell online. So how I acquired this merchandise was actually 50-cent day at my local bin store. You could use a similar kind of model if you don't have a 50-cent day bin store, if you have a place where you could pick up dollar items, if you have thrift stores, if you have yard sales, if you can work out bulk deal purchases, if you can find somebody online. There's lots of ways to find cheap inventory. You just need to find your source depending on where you live and what you have access to. So for this merchandise right here, I chose my favorite local bin store on 50-cent day. So now, where does the money come from to buy the inventory if I don't want it to have any sort of an effect on my business or personal finances? I sold something I'm not using anymore. I think that a lot of people completely disregard the fact that you might not be using something in your house that you can sell for some pocket money in order to use that money to go out and source inventory. I actually had this box of overnight diapers that was just sitting in my youngest son's room for, if I'm being honest, it's been years at this point. These boxes are roughly $30 a piece at Walmart brand new. This box was never opened. So I decided to sell it for 20 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. So I was able to find something that was already inside my house that had some value to somebody here local to me. I was able to sell it for 20 bucks in order to go shopping and get this merchandise. So now that that part's over, I actually want to take you with me to the bin store. I want to show you what I found for listing on eBay, and I want to show you the items that I found to sell locally on Facebook to get that 20 bucks back in my pocket so that all of this is pure profit. Let me show you everything I found.
I brought a friend with me today so that I could get through shopping a little bit faster. We showed up just a few minutes after open, so there was a lot of people in there already, but I don't really feel like I need to be one of the first ones in the door because I feel like I'm not looking for the same kind of things on 50-cent day as other people that might be digging in the bins. This particular bin store does not allow you to open boxes the first 3 days of the week. However, the last 3 days of the week, you are allowed to open boxes, which explains why there's a lot of pieces and trash just all over the bins, which can make it a little bit more difficult to find things that are complete and in resellable condition. The first thing I found for resale was just lying loose in the bin. It was a Max Dot Doorbell Transformer, and it is valued at $23 on discount on Amazon. And if you're wondering how exactly I knew what this was, at the time I picked it up, I really didn't. I just simply took a photo of it in the Amazon app and did an image search and found an identical match that told me what this little box was. Primarily what I'm looking for on 50-cent day is complete small packages of items. I don't necessarily want anything that's bulky. I want small things that are going to be overlooked in the bins, that are in a bag or a small box of some kind, that have an Amazon barcode or some sort of indication of what exactly it is. That way I'm able to find the Amazon listing so that I can build an eBay listing off of that. So I'm not necessarily looking for anything in particular. Instead, I'm just looking for completed, packaged, small items. I say small, and then the next thing that I pick up is this giant hot tub filter. So in this particular moment, I only found one, but I did find a second one to make a complete set. And a set of 2 of these filters is on Amazon for $38. And see, there's the second one. And yes, they are identical. All of the markings on the packaging match exactly. If things get separated or if you're creating your own sets, definitely make sure that everything truly is identical. The fastest way to tell if 2 items are exactly the same is to see if the UPC barcodes match exactly. Okay, I swear, this is the last big thing that I found for eBay. Usually I don't pick up big things, but this recessed dryer vent box is worth $39 on Amazon, and it was still factory packaged with the original barcode. It even had the installation instructions included with it. So I went ahead and grabbed it because for 50 cents, that's a heck of a deal. I saw this little bag and it looked like all of the parts were included. It is a split swimming pool hose plunger valve. Now it is on deep discount currently for $9.99. However, the original price is right around $16. So that's the price that I'm going to go off of. So even if I sell it for 10 bucks, 50 cents is a good value. Then I saw this cute little plastic piggy bank. I thought it was really cute, but not something I'm gonna list on eBay. Now these filters were a little bit bigger than I'd like, but the set was on discount for $19, originally $24. It's a 2-pack of HEPA filters, and so I figured they still have the box, they're still sealed inside of the box. The box was ripped, but the filters themselves were sealed, so I'd go ahead and pick them up. This was another little clear sealed baggie with niche items inside. It's a set for homemade candles, so I thought that this might be a nice addition to my eBay store. It's just a roll of candle wicks so that you can cut them to length, and it also comes with like the wick stickers and the wick bases, and it's on Amazon for $16 for the set. 50-cent day is also the best day for me to find refrigerator filters that can be worth big money. Unfortunately, this one was both missing the box and it was no longer wrapped in plastic. But right next to it, I did see this package of 10s unit lead wires. Normally, I wouldn't have picked up something that was only valued at about $9 because when I resell it on eBay, I'm probably only gonna get about $5 out of it. But my cart was looking pretty bare at this point, so I went ahead and scooped it up. Then I spotted another clear sealed baggie, and this contained a lower unit gear oil pump for standard quart bottles. This one in particular had some really good ratings, and it is just under $13 on Amazon. So I figured even if I only sell it for $8 or $9 on eBay plus the cost of shipping, it's still a really good profit for a 50-cent find. And then I was going through a period where I wasn't really finding a lot of things for eBay, but I did stumble upon these cute little ceramic ghosts. And so I thought that that was a nice little 50-cent find just for myself. Digging through these bins on 50-cent day always brings me a reminder of rage from when I owned my own bin store. Seeing all of these pieces and parts of things and incomplete sets and damaged merchandise, it's just really infuriating because there was probably a lot of value in these bins that are just, you know, carelessly destroyed by people that are nonsensically digging in it. And then I found my first item that I had intended to resell on Facebook to start to recoup the initial $20 that I brought in with me to the bin store. It was no longer in the package, but I knew that it was valuable because I could tell what it was. It's a swing away car front seat organizer, and it had 6 storage pockets and 2 bottle or cup holders. It's on Amazon for $20, and I've already sold it on Facebook for $7. So now I only have $13 more to make to recoup my $20 investment that I brought in with me to the bin store. Everything that I find in these bins to sell on Facebook is 100% intended to recoup all $20 that I am bringing into the bin store to buy this inventory. Once I'm able to recoup that full $20, that will make all of my eBay inventory 100% free. And when it sells on eBay, it will be pure profit. And then I found my next item that is perfect for a Facebook flip. It was just a small little bag, and inside was a set of 4 USB to USB-C adapters, and they were a pretty rose gold color. At the time I am editing this video, it is on a current Prime Day deal, discounted down to $10 for the set, but I sold it on Facebook for $5. That brings my total Facebook sales to $12, which leaves me only $8 away from recouping all $20 that I brought in with me. Here's another item that I flipped on Facebook. It was still brand new in the box somehow. It's an SVD pet treat ball, and it is currently on Amazon for $10, and I sold it on Facebook for $4. So that brings my current Facebook sales total to $16, which is only $4 away from recouping all $20 I brought in with me today. So this was where bringing a friend with me came in real clutch, because she was busy digging in all of the bins I hadn't even made it to yet. And she had scooped up some things that she knew I was gonna love. She found me 2 sealed refrigerator filters. They didn't have the box, but all of the proper information was on the filters. They're XWF replacements for a GE refrigerator. A set of 2 is currently on a Prime Day deal for $18.56. She also found me a genuine Samsung water filter for a Samsung refrigerator and ice maker. That is on an Amazon Prime discount for $28.49, and that box was still sealed. So the filter inside was sealed, as was the box. There was also this United Ortho short cam walker fracture boot. It was a size small, but it is on Amazon for $39. It is out of the packaging, so I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to be able to resell it for, but even if I only get $10 out of it, it's well worth it. I could not believe it when she reached down into her cart and she picked up a sealed package of genuine Philips Norelco replacement blades for a Series 9000 Prestige shaver. Those shavers are worth so much money. This set of 3 replacement blades is worth $57 on Amazon. Now, it no longer had the box, but the precision blades were sealed in a Philips Norelco package that still had the barcode and everything. So I think that the box was just loose somewhere and the blades fell out. She also found this case replacement that's compatible with a Powerbeats Pro charger. So it doesn't include the Powerbeats earbuds, but it is a charging case that will charge them if someone needs to replace their charging case. And it's $35 on Amazon. She shocked me again when she pulled this out. I had no idea it was worth so much. It was brand new in the package. It's a Schluter rectangular shelf made specifically for a prefabricated Curdy board. That's what the Amazon listing says. I don't know exactly what it is. But this shelf is worth $85 on Amazon, and there are numerous 4- and 5-star reviews. She also found me this drunk garden gnome. I do have some funny gnomes in my yard, so I think he'll fit in quite nicely. Even though he has a broken leg, it's kind of fitting. Brand new and sealed in this package, I found an automatic transmission shift cable, and it's compatible with Ford F-250s, 350s, 450s, and 550 Super Duties, and it's worth $32 on Amazon. And then I found some very, very dirty sandals. Not gonna lie, I did think for a few seconds about how much I could get for those on eBay. If you know, you know. And then I found this brand new in an open box drive-up golf cart clutch drive belt. And this was an Amazon Prime deal for $14.31, and it's normally priced at about $18. By this point, my friend and I had hit up just about every bin that was in the store. So I was revisiting a few bins to see if there was anything that had been overlooked. And then I saw this package that looked like it had a soft plated doggy cone in it. However, upon further investigation, it's actually a guiding harness for blind dogs. I had no idea such a thing existed, but I guess if a dog is blind, it's gonna need a way to, not bump into things. And it's brand new in the package and worth $24 on Amazon. Then I noticed this little friend's couch, and I realized it was a phone stand. And I knew that this item was going to be perfect for Facebook. And I have already sold it on Facebook for $5, which brings my total Facebook sales up to $21. So that means that everything I have sold on Facebook that I found in the bins has 100% recouped the money that I brought in with me today to source merchandise for eBay. So now officially, every single item that I have found in the bins for eBay is going to be 100% profit as soon as it sells. As I was considering making my way up to checkout, I noticed this item in the bins. At first glance, I thought that it was some sort of a mount or a piece for a vacuum cleaner. But when I did an Amazon image search, I realized it's actually a compression sock aid device. So the arms fold upward and you pull the sock down over it and insert your foot and use the device to actually pull the sock up your body, so it can assist you in putting on a compression sock if you are unable to grab it with your hands and pull. This device is worth $36 in brand new condition on Amazon, and this one did come with a set of gloves. Although I do not have the gloves, I'm sure I can sell it for $15 or so. Then I found this little clear baggie that had a set of 10 heavy-duty refrigerator hooks. This was another item that I ended up selling on Facebook for $5, which brings the current Facebook sales total to $26. So I'm already profitable with Facebook sales, and I haven't even listed anything on eBay yet. And then the last thing I found was a tiny little package hiding in the corner of this bin. It had a brand new sealed battery for an Nspire Texas Instruments graphing calculator. And this battery had a lot of really good reviews. It is a genuine Texas Instruments battery, and it's valued at $20 on Amazon. So all of that eBay inventory comes to a grand retail total of $613. And the cost of goods at 50 cents an item was only $12.04. but technically it's free now since I've already made that money back.
So I know that not everybody has access to a 50-cent day at a bin store. You just might not know it yet, possibly do some research to find out what's in your area. And if it's not directly in your area, what could be a reasonable driving distance away from you? If you don't have anything like this near you, let me give you some examples of how I was sourcing low-cost merchandise back in the day when I was first getting started. Because back in the day when I was first getting started, bin stores weren't even a thing. I had to get creative in other ways if I wanted really cheap inventory. The first thing I did was I was buying bulk on sites like Craigslist and Facebook. And now there's even a ton of local buy-sell trade pages on Facebook where you can possibly find this kind of merchandise without actually having to go through Facebook Marketplace. You know, I took $20 and I bought 2 trash bags full of plus size clothing, and I sold plus size clothing on eBay. And the $20 that I used to buy those bags of clothing was actually part of my grocery budget. I made the executive decision to sacrifice our groceries for a week, and we ate a lot of peanut butter and jelly. Back then, when I did this, I did not have a lot of grocery money, but I decided, you know what, we're just gonna eat a lot of peanut butter and jelly, and I'm gonna take $20 out of the grocery budget, and I'm gonna go buy these bags of clothes, and I'm gonna try selling them on eBay. And in those bags was actually something that's one of the most memorable items that I ever sold on eBay, because I was really shocked, and it allowed me to see the power of what can actually be desirable on eBay, because I did not see it coming. In these bags of plus size clothing, there was also a set of red king size pillowcases. That's right, pillowcases. They were not new in the package. They were used pillowcases. They were king size, and they were this really bright, vibrant red. And I listed these pillowcases on eBay, and they sold on auction for over $12 plus shipping for used pillowcases. To this day, I still don't understand how or why that happened. But in that one sale, I made more than half the money back for those 2 trash bags full of clothes that I paid $20 for. And so I just kept listing stuff. I did not have a fancy photography setup or anything. I was seriously doing the thing where I would hang clothes on hangers, and I would balance the hanger in the door frame of a hallway. Like, I didn't even have a hook to hang these shirts on. It was just... But they still managed to sell. They still managed to sell. Then when I started doing retail arbitrage, I was hitting up Dollar Trees and discount stores like Big Lots. In my area, I had some discount grocers. I had some discount general merchandise stores, and I was basically looking for closeout items or discontinued items that were almost at a clearance price that were still desirable online because they were discontinued, so they still had value to a lot of people that were hunting for them in their stores that couldn't find them. So I was able to find things like hair care or skin care, even food items, like a bottle of hot sauce that was discounted down to 80 cents that I was able to sell for $10 because it was a discontinued hot sauce. Yeah, I know, who'da thunk. I would just go into these closeout and discount stores. I'd even go into Dollar Tree and do this. I would just walk around and scan everything on eBay, and anything that I could make a profit on, I bought it, listed it, and sold it. A lot of places that I would probably discourage you from sourcing at would be places like flea markets. I've noticed that flea markets really are not cheap enough to provide inventory that you can buy at a low enough cost to flip it for enough profit. Now, that might just be my own personal experience sourcing at flea markets around me. A lot of flea markets around me are basically people pricing things so that you buy it for your own personal use. Nothing is priced for resale. I'm also noticing that a lot with estate sales near me. A lot of my estate sales are really priced for personal use rather than for resale. And even a lot of my thrift stores, at least the big name thrift stores like Goodwill, they're getting just way too expensive to purchase merchandise low enough to sell it for enough profit. I remember going into a thrift store and being able to go not just to the clothing, but to the home goods area and being able to buy a vintage electronic piece for $2 or $3 and being able to sell it for 15 or 20. You can't really do that anymore. They really do price things up now. But but you might be able to find some hole-in-the-wall secondhand stores or privately owned thrift stores where the prices are not as high. You have to get creative, you have to look around. And when you go into these places, scan everything because you never know what could be worth big money. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It is the fastest way for me to know that you like and appreciate this kind of content. Also, do not forget to subscribe if you have not already and ring that notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I post my next video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to check the video description. I always put a lot of useful information in there, including the link to my business Facebook page so that you can see how exactly I'm choosing to sell merchandise on Facebook right now, because I don't always use Facebook Marketplace. I do use Facebook Marketplace here and there, but the bulk of my reselling goes directly through my business Facebook page because that is where I'm able to maximize my profits the most on a regular basis. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I really do appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.